with those stickers that I already love. Hey guys, let's check in for the first week of September. When I say week, I'm using that word loosely because we're only checking in for the 1st through the 5th today, but I want to go ahead and get started. My key is over here, and yeah, let's chat. So day one, I have a pretty big expense, but it is my it is coming out of my sinking funds, which is a new thing that I'm marking. So I've been saving for it every month, just putting back a couple dollars. And so it is for Grammarly, which if you don't know what that is, I'm sure you've seen ads. It's kind of like a spell check program, but a lot more advanced. It finds a lot of grammar errors and can also check for plagiarism, stuff like that. And since I write for a living and for fun on the side, it's just something that I find is worth investing in. So it is $139.95 a year, which isn't too bad. It comes out to about like $11-ish, I think, a month and some change. So I find that it's worth it just because it really does improve the quality of my work. So that came out of the account that day. So that sinking fund will be back to zero. Then same day, different category for adulting, I did get gas. So I spent $24.62 on gas to fill up my tank. And then the last expense that day is a little bit pricey for what it was. Not really. I guess I just knew this was coming. I am trying to be better about eating out too much, but I knew this expense would be coming. So I can already hear Jordan laughing at me because I spent more money at Jimmy John's. And I spent $22.92, but this was for me and my coworker because the week prior he had bought my lunch. I don't know why we keep ending up buying each other lunch. The last week I was stuck in a meeting and didn't have my credit card with me, so he bought it and then I bought it, and we just like keep trying to make up for each other, but that's what that was for. So that's everything for the first. On the second, I have just one little thing from my spending category, which is purple, and Jordan did include some purple in the kit, so I'm gonna use those up first. So I spent $3.21 at Apple. I've just been buying levels on this stupid game, and like I've said before, I've looked at the amount of entertainment that one like puzzle pack gives me, and it's about 30 hours. So I feel like $3.21 for 30 hours of entertainment isn't too bad. Then I didn't get my no spend stickers out, but I did have a no spend on Thursday, which is awesome. So let me grab those out real quick. So my no spend stickers are from the Planning Dancer, as is really everything I use for budgeting. So I feel like I always assume people know that, but I know I do always, not always probably, but there's always the potential to have someone new watching my channel. So I will link Jordan's shop in the description, but I did have a no spend on Thursday. Friday, I have just two more from the spending category. First, I went to Rite Aid because I was trying to get one of these boards that I film on. My desk is actually kind of an off-white, like cream color, and I just don't think it looks great in video, so I love to have the white background, but mine got some like gross stuff on it, and I had like punctured it somehow, and I just really needed a new one. So I went to Rite Aid, and every board that they had there was like gross. It was like stained or like all crusty on the sides. And so I do this weird thing where it's not everywhere, like not like clothing stores or anything, but like drugstore type places. I feel like you always go in there with a purpose. So I get anxiety if I come out without purchasing anything because I'm like, do they think I'm stealing? It's really dumb. But so I ended up buying just like a bunch of crap I didn't need, and I spent $9.54. Then I went to CVS and spent $1.71 on an actual poster board. It still wasn't what I wanted because I love the foam boards, but I bought just like the cheap, like literal just like poster paper to hold me over because I did need to film that day. And that was everything for Friday. Saturday, I have just a couple more spending. A little bit spending heavy this week, but that's okay. So first thing, I have an expense for $20.86, and that was for the Planning Dancer Jordan shop. I needed to buy the Sinking Funds title. I can only ever fit the planning, so I know what it means. But that was for those like sinking fund titles that I didn't buy on time, and I need them for my budget, so I bought those and a couple other things. Then I also rented a movie on Amazon Prime for $3.21. So it wasn't like included with just like the free stuff you get for having Amazon Prime. It cost a little bit of money to rent, but that's okay. My dad and I ended up watching it together. And then the last thing is I have this freaking poster board. Cost me way too much money. My dad and I went to Hobby Lobby, and I ended up actually finding the real foam poster board I wanted, and so I spent $3.86 on that. So altogether, should have just gone to Hobby Lobby in the first place, but it was really crowded, and like, I don't want to be political, but like there's a lot of like anti-maskers type people that work at Hobby Lobby, and so, or not work there, well maybe work there, I meant to say just like go there, and so it was a little stressful. But that's the week, that's the check-in. So let's go ahead and turn the page. The other thing is Spotify did come out of my account. I didn't see Dash Pass come out. It really bugs me that I put an X there and a check mark there, and normally I would actually check that off on here for you guys. So oh, I guess that's a part of next week. I'm filming this on the 8th, so whatever, we're getting ahead. So I haven't written down any income yet, so I can show you guys that. That was a note to myself about sinking funds, so I'm just gonna write the sinking fund Grammarly transaction. You'll see that I have like $92.90, but I have another $45 that I contributed for this month. I didn't start this sinking fund until a couple months ago, so that's why it was $45 a month instead of like the normal $11. But once I've paid this, I will be putting like $11-ish back. So all that is to say, on the 1st we had a sinking funds transaction for Grammarly for $139.95, and then I'm not filling out this top part until the very end of the month so that I can total up everything that's added to the sinking funds and everything that's subtracted from them, and get like a real end total. So let's go ahead, and I didn't even write in my categories. So my categories are why did I stutter? Spending, adulting, food. Maybe that's why I really didn't have room. I tried to add a second line for sinking funds, and I thought that was like not giving me enough room, but I added a whole line that I didn't need, and that's truly why I had to put week 5 on the next page, but whatever. And next month, I don't think I'm going to include sinking funds here anyway. I put it because I thought I would regret it if I ended up wanting it, but it's literally on this page, so I really didn't need to do that, but next month I won't. So let's get out the calculator and get started. So we'll start with sinking funds because I don't have to add anything. And that's the other thing, it really doesn't matter like what the total is for this because I have money saved. So like, not that I don't have money saved for these other things, but it doesn't matter if I spend $139.95 on Grammarly when I haven't taken anything out of like the rest of these. I don't know. So won't do that next month. Then actually I only have one expense for adulting and food, so we'll just put those in. So spending is the only thing that I need to actually add. And just for clarification, if you're new to my channel, spending is anything like Etsy or makeup or clothes or like personal hygiene items, like anything that doesn't relate to food or adulting, which adulting I count like medical, including any like even like contact solution. I count like prescriptions, I count gas, any kind of expense that comes with being an adult, I put under adulting. So for spending, let's add. So we have $321 plus $954 plus $171 plus $2086 plus $321 plus $386. So $42.39. Not honestly terrible. I'm not mad about that. And then I don't do remaining in this section, I do total. So for the first week, it's just the same numbers as spent, but for the rest of the weeks, it'll be spent plus whatever the running total is. So not too bad. The highest was sinking funds, and like I said, that's all budgeted for, so not worried about that. $42 in spending could totally be worse. I already know it's gonna be worse next week, but that's okay. We're doing fine. It's always good to start off on a good week. So yeah, there we have it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next Wednesday to see me check in for the 6th through the 12th. If you're excited to see some higher spending, go ahead and tune in. But either way, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.